Yeah.
Hey, did you know any bishops? Any founders of bishops?
And I know this big old black motherfucker named what's his name? Oh man, yeah.
Claudia Clay.
Matter of fact, Six Deuces killed his girl or some shit. What's his nigga's name? God damn, he's a big motherfucker too. It's like I know his name, but I can't get it off the tip of my Claudia Clay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Did you say that? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I interviewed Claudia Clay.
Oh yeah, I know Claudia Clay. What was I trying to think? Me and Claudia Clay was in Hawaii together.
All right. So he was a hog. He was a tough guy.
Yeah, Claudia Clay was a big motherfucker. See, we were so big in that iron back then. Couldn't nobody fight it because you couldn't stand up under them punches.
Hey, how about
no,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Even if you did the better of us, the 1 or 2 punches we got out of you would take everything I hate.
That's good to know, man. That's a real good that's real good to know about Claudia.
Yeah. No, Claudia was a good, and he was smart. He was a good dude. He was a big dude, but he wasn't no straight bully, you know. He was a big dude. That's what me and him had in common. He had a brain on his shoulder. I was tight with a lot of blood leaders. I was tight with Ray Boyce who started Bounty Hunter. And I ran with the boy who started Inglewood family for a minute, James Brewer.
Oh yeah, I hooked up with James Brewer when he got out. You know he out.
Yeah, I know he's out.
How did your friendship begin with James Brewer?
Well, we was in juvenile camp together in Camp California.
All right, and then y'all hooked up on the outs.
And I hadn't seen him since then. And then I started running with him, and we was kicking him. We used to sell. We were some of the first people selling crack cocaine. We used to sell crack cocaine to the Gap man at what's the name of that dang club right there? It used to be right there off of where the park is right there on Crenshaw. What's the name of that club? Total Experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to sell crack cocaine to the Gap man at Total Experience.
Yeah. Hey man, so what you mentioned Ray Boyce. What about the Barker brothers and did you know them dudes?
I knew of them. Was the Barker brothers, were they bounty hunters?
Yeah. Joe Barker.
Yeah, I remember them names. Now, a lot of them cats I can't put no face on, but see, a lot of them dudes I ain't messed with since I ain't seen Ray. I seen Ray Boyce in '80 before he got killed, in '79 before he got killed, and I ain't seen none of them cats since the early '70s. So I know a lot of names, but I just forgot all their faces and all that because I knew Jerry McGowan. I know a lot of them cats from back in the day.
How about Bobby Lavender and Jimmy Lavender from the Bishops?
No, I didn't know them. Which bishops were they from? Because you had the Pablo bishops and you had the 5 Deuce bishops.
They was the 9 Deuce bishops.
Not the 5 Deuce, the 9 Deuce bishops.
Yeah,
wow.
I
didn't know that.
All right. How about Space Ghost? Yeah. You ever heard of Space Ghost?
Who?
Space Ghost from Bishops?
Yeah, I heard of Space Ghost. I didn't know him. He's from 9 Deuce too, right?
Yeah. I think that's Cute's cousin. I think that's one of Cute's cousins.
Might be. I used to stay on 92nd and Beach when I was a kid too. Back in, I think we stayed there back in '60 for a minute. That was my stepfather and my mother's name color back in the '60s. 92nd Street North.
I bet you didn't know James Miller lived over there when he was a kid too, huh?
No, I didn't. Because I really didn't know nothing about James Miller Because I remember when he started Harlem, but he went to prison in '76 right after he started Harlem, and I never did get a chance to meet him. I met him in prison. I met him in Folsom Prison when we had to do what we had to do, man. And that dude, them niggas was trying to take over the Crip gang, him and all them other niggas were, because he came with his gang, the Blue Magic, to join the CCO thing.
You know, a lot of people take credit for trying to dismantle. A lot of people try to take credit for dismantling CCO.
Well, here's the thing: we all dismounted together, but I was the brains behind it because none of them other motherfuckers can do it. And I'm here to tell you, and anybody who was really keeping it 100 about who really was orchestrating, because see, I was elected to be, which I had to rank anyway from back in the days. Me and Raymond and had top rank amongst all Crips back in the day. But they elected me when I came to Folsom between me, Big Bam, and that boy Chico Bill out of Long Beach, to who was going to be the shot caller of the Crips in Folsom, and they elected me to be it. And so I was a shot caller at Folsom, so people they didn't have no choice. They had to do what I say. If you didn't do what we said, then you would get iron to the ass. That's about a lot. So that's how we were in Folsom. We was not flat.
Was Chico Bell considered a BGF?
Who?
Chico Bell.
No. No, he could have been, right? But Chico Bell, I don't know where he was when that CCO thing jumped off, but he wasn't that Folsom. He went to another prison. He probably was. You said, was he considered a BGL?
Yeah, I've heard stories of him being hooked up.
Yeah, he done done one of them before. Yeah, he done done one of them before. But see, you got to understand one thing. Chico Bell came to prison before '80, and he came to prison in the '70s. If you came to prison in the '70s, everybody had to either be a BGL or a Black Panther or nothing. They found Raymond Washington because he wouldn't be one of them. You could not be a gang member in prison before we all came to prison in '81. So we had a meeting in prison in '81 after all the Crips was in the house, and when we've been told people, if you're in the house now, you know you niggas didn't allow Crips and drugs in the house, but we're in the house now, and we gonna all either get along, nigga, or we gonna have no fucking business. And that's the way it's gonna be from this point on. And anybody don't like that, speak now, nigga, because that's what time it is. And we got all that shit straight.
That's when y'all had a lot of numbers for the first time, huh? That's when you guys had a lot of numbers for the first time.
Say it again, because sometimes some of your questions go out on me. Say it again.
That's when the Crips numbers have finally got huge.
That's when we had enough numbers to be competitive with them. Because see, back in the day, well, any prison predominantly is by numbers. Now, you can come out and catch an individual or something to do your thing, but after you do that and spell somebody, then you got to get the fuck on, because the majority of rules in prison when you get down to straight serious knife play. So, yeah, we had enough of us to stand our ground and tell motherfuckers to get the fuck off that. And after from that point on, we basically took over prison. We took over Folsom Prison.
And what years was that? 81?
This was in 81. This was in 80. I was in Folsom Prison. We'll do 60 seconds. I'll call you back. I went to Folsom. I left in 85 and left for 6 months. Just took a little vacation because we was on lockdown during the war, and then I came right back. But I was there from 81 to 88.
So you was in there when the war. So you was involved with the war of the Crips and the Mexican Mafia. Yeah,
all right. I was there when I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna come back to that because they're gonna cut us off. I'm gonna call you right back.
All right. So you was gonna tell me about Folsom.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. You asked me a question. What was the question? Do you remember what it was?
Was you there? Folsom? Was you there when the war between the Crips and Mexican Mafia started?
Yeah, because here's the thing. I came right back there right when that happened. But that happened in 85. I'd been gone. I was in Tracy, and I just came back. And I came back, I think, a week after that happened. Because what had happened was the CCOs came down from Folsom. I came down from San Quentin. Fucking James Miller and them, and they took off on the Mexican Mafia. Okay, and that's what brought the Crips in the war. But then when they did that in order to start the CTO back there in the hole. And so when the dudes came back into the hole, the Crips did start coming to the hole for fights and all kind of shit. They started making people turn CTO. So when I got there, the CTOs was already going on. And the Blue Notes was going on. So Sparksman tell me, look, man, we getting ready to transition from the CTO yard because they got us outnumbered over here. And we didn't want to try to combat them. And it was glad I came back and I resumed my position. Because Big Bam had took the reins when I left and was calling shots on the car. But he missed a few moves when they took off when the CTO took off on the Mexican. He was telling the homies to hold up. And they were stacking iron and shit instead of just moving. And then a bunch of people got stabbed up, and then they started losing respect for him at that stage because they got mad at him and Big Bam because basically they were saying he was waiting too long to have a business. And so when I got there, they tell me, the Sparksman tell me, don't go to the yard, we was in the hole. Somebody told me about a piece too, and we was in the hole. And so I said, man, I'm going to the yard anyway. So I went out there because I knew the yard was going to transition, but the CTO didn't know that they used to start a Blue Note yard. So when I got there, everybody had to run, right? He would put you in a circle. Everybody had to run until everybody came in. They'd have two motherfuckers at the gate. Everybody's running. So when I came in, I just got on the dip bar and started doing dips and looking around. So he said, man, you got to run. I'm like, look, nigga, I ain't pretty good on running. I said, there's some shit going on around here. And I was crazy as hell, youngster. I said, the shit going on around here, I don't know nothing about it. So until I figure out what's going on, I ain't running, I ain't doing none of that. Okay. And they really told me, somebody told me it was good, I did run, but they were going to try to get some motherfuckers in front of me and some motherfuckers behind me and get on me. Like Dave said, I was misleading Tracy. Is what the word was, the slander was, in order to get on me. This is what Big Ann and all them niggas and Scully and all them niggas that they put together to get rid of me, right? Because they think if you get rid of this nigga, he tries to we could really run the good car. But they didn't do nothing that day. So the next time we had yard, the CCO, the Blue Note yard started. So I said, put security on the gate. And anybody ain't supposed to be coming in the gate, when we nod our head towards you, on that person coming through the gate, you get on them. And then once we started to have that kind of little war.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And we all told them that anybody is remaining with the CTO, we going to go to war, because you niggas are not going to take over the Crip gang, and the Crip gang is going to prevail. And all you niggas is with this CTO thing. If y'all don't come home, nigga, you niggas going to be in trouble, because we're not going to let you niggas take over the Crip gang. And that's why we prevailed, and they went to the yard. A few days later, Tony Stacy and all them took off on the CTO. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Rockhead in Folsom from Santana?
Yeah, Rockhead was there. Rockhead was there. Yeah. I knew Rockhead. Yeah. And then that's when he just said, forget everything and start going to another level. And if he hadn't hung in there, he'd be going home by now. But if it hadn't been for the Prop 57, Jazz Miller, they would have never got out of jail. Because they accused them of being the shot callers and CCOs, and the CCOs when they killed their charges and so putting them in the hole.
Was you there when Rockhead got stabbed?
Yeah, they got
Was you still there when Rockhead was stabbed?
No, I think I was. Who stabbed him? CCO? Yeah, I believe I was. Do you know why he got stabbed?
I don't really remember the specifics, but he had went down to the county jail, and when he came back, Wino participated in that. That's why I brought it up.
Wino from Wino?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, he had something to do with Wino used to be a CCO too.
Yeah, I know.
He came back home. Back home. And me and him was cool. He's a Muslim. I don't know where he's at now.
He got out.
He got
He got out.
He got out?
Yeah, he got out.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
You know where he's at?
No, but a couple people told me they ran across him.
Well, if you can try to get in contact with him. Tell him I'm trying to get in contact with him because me and him is tight. Because you know my cousin's phone started now, and they kind of tight with my family because I know he'd be probably keeping my family because Donut members on the street, and all of them was road dogs back there, and all of them was the prison. Donut, Crab, all of them. So my folks mess with them.
Yeah. Foam's your cousin, huh?
Yeah.
I said, Foam is your cousin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Foam is my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's my mother's father's niece's son.
Okay.
And his mama Paul's mama used to be fine in the motherfucker when she was young. She was fine, sang all the things.
There you go. So listen, man. Y'all declared war on each other. The blacks going at black. So is that why the war with the Mexican Mafia died out?
No, that war has died out anyway. The reason the war with them died out with us because they didn't really want no more power. Keeping them 100, they didn't want no more power with us. So even after the war, we had a peace treaty with them, a couple of black staff from them, and they let it go because they was basically, at that time, it was just too many Crips coming in there. And with the war with us and the PCO, we got real vicious, and they seen the vicious side of us, and people didn't want to have shit to do with us. It was crazy. But it did die out, and we went back to tomorrow.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
We went back to a normal program.
So what was going on with the bloodlines and the UBN?
They were doing the same thing. They was having fights and stuff. They got a few of them right today still fighting on the line and stuff. They the only ones that still try to, some groups of them try to push that stuff. But, when Turtle used to try to push the blue notes, that thing and all that. But I told him, look, man, all that stuff they contaminated with so much bullshit. Because you can't come with news nowadays. There ain't no need going back to that because it's just a whole bunch of chaos. And not only that, people back in the days, they just basically, they weren't like me and Raymond and Tookie and them. They didn't have the real, what you call Godfather concept of organization. We was the only ones that really could basically organize the quick gang like it was supposed to be because we only one had that type of fucking knowledge. Even fucking Big Ant, and Big Ant was a master in organizing. But Big Ant even said, Bert, I'm out to do it to you. He said, you the granddaddy of them all. I said, what you mean by that? He said, man, can't nobody organize the Crips better than you can and orchestrate things better than you can. And he was good at it. So when he told me that, I accepted it as a compliment because he was pretty goddamn good.
So you think Ant will confirm that? You think Ant will confirm that if somebody asks him?
Yeah, Ant will confirm that. I ain't gonna tell the truth. Ant can't do nothing but tell the truth because they already know when he came to that back in the days. And we talking about back in the days. I was top dog when it came to Crip game back in the days. Especially after Raymond got here, I was top dog. But see, after Raymond got here, I became second in command and Took became third in command. Me and Raymond the man are like this. Raymond was first in command. I was second, and Tookie McWilliams was third. And after Raymond got here, I became number one, and Tookie became number two.
So when Tookie goes to Compton, you mentioned that he lost leadership. So who stepped up and took Tookie's place?
You know what? I don't know whoever started running A-Train. Well, basically when A-Train came out, I don't know whoever started A-Train took his place over there. That's really the street he was from back in the days. They was from A-Train, but they didn't claim A-Train. They claimed the West Side Crips. But they started right now at 83rd and Western. And a place called the Voodoo House or some shit.
You heard of...
some kind of... Huh?
Have you ever heard of... you heard of Donald Archie?
Okay, Donald Archie, yeah. Donald Archie, never, from my knowledge, they had all turned underground. Sweet. His name was John Archie, but his nickname was Sweetback.
Correct. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, they all turned underground. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. After 74, John Archie and all them cats kind of fell off the ladder. They just disappeared.
Was you on the street?
Was on the street what?
When the Palladium murder happened?
No, I was in juvenile home, and I was in juvenile camp when that happened in 73. And what's that boy's name? And I heard he got out of jail. I forgot his doggone name, but yeah, I heard he's out. Yeah, I was in jail when that happened.
Yeah. So what was the news? What was the atmosphere like in there? What was they saying when that happened?
Oh, in jail?
Yeah.
Well, we was in juvenile hall back then. People weren't tripping on that. The Crips knew about it and they heard about it. But we were youngsters back then in juvenile hall. 14, 15 years old. We weren't tripping. We was in there doing time in the hall. You didn't have a whole lot of information that really went through the hall like it might do nowadays back when we were kids. When you was in jail, you was basically gone from society. And that was the bottom line. The only reason I knew about it because I called home and people, but outside of that, it was just something that was going on the street that we didn't know that about.
Yeah. Are you talking about Big Baycott?
You who?
Baycott.
Because of murder?
Yeah.
It's because of jail?
Yeah.
No, he had a nickname or something. It wasn't Baker. I know it wasn't Baker. I forgot what it was. I know it when I hear it, though.
Cuz, Bub.
I know it when I hear it.
Cuz or Bub?
Who?
Cuz or Bub?
Man, no, I know his name. That name is real famous, man. Somebody else would have to tell me because I used to know it, but I forgot it. I mean, from years and years ago. But his name is real popular, man.
Hey, man, you mentioned Raymond and all you guys was good fighters.
Raymond has socked out a whole bunch of people.
So Raymond had hands.
Yeah, whatever he had, he used.
He fight, but he wasn't rated to us as one of the better fighters.
Can you tell me can you remember any fights Raymond had? Who he had fights with?
Yeah, Raymond had a lot of fights, but he beat up this dude named Malcolm. He beat this guy named Malcolm. Malcolm used to fight pretty good too, but Malcolm had got on that Sherman real tough. And I came over there and Raymond was beating on that boy. I told him, hold up, man, stop this. And I stopped the fight. I was like, come on, you just taking advantage of him. He ain't doing nothing. You just basically clowning because he ain't doing nothing. He trying to fight, but he ain't doing it but getting beat down. Come on, man. Yeah, stop that. And I stopped it.
If he lost a fight, he still used his hands.
How was Raymond Washington as an individual?
See, I couldn't answer that question truthfully because a partner I ran with, they didn't get along. And yeah, Ray Food. He came up behind Ray Food because we going to trial and knocked him, came from behind him and knocked him down in the hallway in Tracy.
Raymond was a bully. Raymond would just walk up on you and sock you.
So they head up on the yard. Nice fight too. Nice fight.
Was people scared of him, or I mean?
Yeah, you know what? You had people scared of.
Raymond was a bully.
And why did they fear Raymond?
Because he used to knock people out, used to whip people's ass, and then a lot of us was young. Like I say, Raymond was, when I got to know him, he was probably 16, 17.